taking personal readings at this time. Please do not get scammed by people posing as me in the comments section. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel, Roseology. So today's pick a card reading is all about your spiritual team, who is on it, concerning your ascendant masters, as well as any sort of angelic spirits that may be very involved on your path right now. So if you would just like to jump straight ahead to the meditation, the pile selection, or any of the piles, then you can jump ahead using the timestamps down below, because I am going to explain a little bit about what my opinion is of an ascendant master. But yeah, ascendant masters are personally assigned teachers, at least the way that I see it, and they are available to us at any and all times throughout our incarnation. And there's a reason everything about you is unique and atypical. This universe or higher power, God, whatever you want to call it, created every living being with a very high level of consciousness. So one of the first things that is noted in the science of astrology as well is that no two charts are the same. Every horoscope, it serves as a snapshot of the heavens. And just like your natal chart, the cosmos will never align that way ever again. Your DNA, which is made up of millions of years of genetic information passed down or channeled into your body and literally manifests as a specific genetic code, everything that makes you who you are is incomparable to the next. So your soul, which is a superior product of source energy, intentionally manifests into your body at the exact time that it did in this part of the universe to have a very individual specific experience. And if it's all been conspired in this way, then your very complex, distinct vibration will resonate with a particular energy or vibration, frequency, or spirit, such as an ascendant master. And this master will understand your soul and incarnate experience on such an intimate level that you may find that you both perceive life in eerily similar ways. And this incarnation that you're experiencing now is purposeful, which means the master closely aligned to you will pass on very precise information and knowledge to you, almost as if living vicariously through you, but from a different realm. So today we'll be channeling messages from your ascendant master. Then I'll pull a series of oracle cards to see if we can narrow down some high-level beings that may have chosen you and your path and why and what they've been trying to communicate to you. But if you already intuitively feel as though you're very strongly attached to a particular ancestor, God, goddess, deity, spirit, frequency, whatever it is that you want to call it, however it is that you see it. But yeah, if you already feel very, very drawn to one of those energies and it doesn't pop up in your reading, that is not to say that these energies are not a part of your journey or your path. This is not a personal reading. This is collective. So a lot of people are saying this, and it does not mean that, you know, if you don't see your energy, you know, come through or confirm itself, that they're not a part of your path. And if you see any new names or new energies today, if you'd like, you know, take your time to do some research on them, to look into them. You may find that you resonate with them very strongly, or that they have some sort of information that really applies to your life and maybe your current situation right now. But other than that, you guys, let's jump straight into the disclaimers in the meditation so we can get into your reading. Obviously, this is a general reading, meaning that it will resonate with who it is meant to resonate with. Tarot does not control or dictate your life. If you hear something that you do not like or agree with and think that you are fixed to that reality, then you are not using my readings correctly. I conduct these readings for confirmation, not answers. So if you hear something for the first time, please do not take that message without receiving further confirmation from your higher self and spiritual team. And realize at the end of the day, you have the final say with your destiny. Your free will is your power, and what you choose to do with it will determine your life outcomes, not a pick a card reading on YouTube. So please be responsible and accountable for your own actions, and use this as a guide to help decipher the messages that your spiritual team has been trying to send you all along. If you would like to participate in this meditation, again, this is a general reading for the collective. So in order for this reading to resonate with you, you need to be personally synced into the energy of this reading. To help you do that and help you select a pile with your third eye and not your physical ones, I will be offering a 60-second meditation. Halfway into it, I will be placing crystals from my clairvoyants that like to pick piles with objects on them. And after the clairvoyant pile selection, there will be a clairaudient selection where I play a different tone for each pile, and you can select a pile based off of which tone resonates with you the most. If you are drawn to another pile, it's because there is another message for you in that pile. So if you're ready, get into a relaxed position, become aware of your entire body, starting with your feet and working that awareness up in sections from the feet to the head. Then take a deep breath in through your nose for around 5 seconds. Hold that breath for 3 seconds, and then exhale for 6 to 7 seconds. Then ask your guides, spirit ancestors, the universe, or all of them to connect you to your higher self so you can receive confirming messages as to your ascendant master, who they could be, and what they have been trying to communicate to you. So this is pile number 1. pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4, and pile number 5. On pile 1, I'm not entirely sure what the stone is called, but this is what we have on pile 1. On pile 2 is black kyanite. On pile 3 is smoky quartz. On pile 4 is grape agate. On pile 5 is celestite. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. So we are starting off with your tarot cards down here before pulling some oracle cards to see who your Ascendant Master could be and what message that they have for you. So getting started, the very first tarot card is the Six of Cups in reverse. And we have the Eight of Swords also in reverse. And the Ace of Pentacles, another card in reverse. What's interesting is right when I hit the record button to start your reading, the alarm system went off where I live, and it goes off in the entire building. And I just had to sit here for like 15-20 minutes and just wait for it to go off. And it was a false alarm. But I feel as though that could have something to do with the energy in your cards and the energy of your Ascendant Master, especially seeing this Eight of Swords in reverse right here. That maybe your Ascendant Master, they could come through during times of crisis for you, during times where there's an emergency. I don't know if some of you that have intuitively selected this pile, maybe if you have dealt with a lot of anxiety in your life, or if it's easy for you to worry about a lot of different things, if you just have, hyperactivity like in your mind, that's when your Ascendant Master may really come through to try and quiet your mind, to try and calm you down, to reassure you that everything is fine. But I wouldn't have really thought that maybe that had anything to do with your reading until seeing this Eight of Swords in reverse. So starting off, we'll start off with that. But another thing that this is telling me as well, right, sorry you guys, a phone call came through. But like what was I saying with your Six of Cups in reverse, this is definitely telling me that you guys, you spent past lives with this same exact Ascendant Master, studying them maybe. You may have even, if you believe in reincarnation, you may have even been like a scholar or something in a past life, somebody that was very dedicated to research and information, maybe even science. But another big message coming through about your Ascendant Master's energy with the Six of Cups in reverse is this card isn't necessarily explaining their energy, but more so saying that you either used to see this energy as a child with your own physical eyes. Your third eye was very open as a child. It was so vivid that it was probably difficult for a lot of you to distinguish between, okay, I'm seeing this with my physical eyes versus I'm looking through the veil right now. So you may have been visited many times by this master in your dreams as a child. Also too, did you have an imaginary friend? Because if you did, when you were growing up, do you remember seeing anything unexplainable, maybe like lights or moving colors or figures, silhouettes, something out of the corner of your eye? Or because this is the Six of Cups, you may have been able to feel something around you as a kid as well. Maybe the room was empty, for example, but you may have definitely been able to feel a presence nearby. You know how you can sort of feel eyes on you, but no one's there? They're also saying that some of you would actually hear your name called and you would answer because it was so clear. So you may have even went around the house as a kid and been like, yeah, did you call my name? Like maybe asking your parents or your siblings, like, did you say something? And this is the Cups here, which talks about water. So water has everything to do with the soul, which dwells in the subconscious spaces. And this is why it is so difficult to remember the things that our soul knows. So we have to pretty much come across different signs, synchronicities, and patterns in order to be able to put together a puzzle that our soul has been trying to make us more aware of on the conscious side. And when you were younger, you may have had a dream of someone that you knew passing before they actually did, with the Six of Cups in reverse as well. And I don't know why, but I'm seeing that clearly in this card, that your Ascendant Master is saying they have had to reintroduce themselves to you in nearly every new incarnation with the Six of Cups. Again, if you believe in reincarnation, if not, then just scratch that. But if you do, they're saying that they have had to like reintroduce themselves to you with every new like lifeline. So, and the Six of Cups, it's the card of reminiscing because it comes after the Five of Cups, which is the card of loss. So in the next card, the Six of Cups, they are remembering what they lost and how special those cups were. So the Suit of Cups in Tarot, it reflects the journey about you don't know what you got till it's gone, pretty much. And that's a strong message in the Six of Cups, which tells me some of you may have lost something significant in your childhood to the point that you can look back on your younger years and not miss something because you never knew what it was like to have it. For example, this is like someone growing up with parents in the military, and it's like maybe you moved around a lot, and as you got older, you realize like, I never actually knew what it was like to grow up with cousins or a big family, or to grow up around the same community and go to the same school, because I always moved around. And it's like, because you didn't have that experience, you don't know what you missed out on, or maybe you don't know how to miss it. So something may have been absent in your childhood, but this energy that your Ascendant Master is saying, if this resonates for you, your Ascendant Master is saying that they shielded you from feeling a deep sense of loss. And that may be why that message kind of came through. Or I was able to connect it to your Eight of Swords in reverse right here, that when you guys are going through a sense of crisis, they kind of shield you guys from like a lot of the toll that can take on you, like physically and mentally and emotionally and spiritually. So even though you're feeling those feelings of maybe like emergency or urgency or crisis or fear, worry, concern, they kind of shield the rest of your like kind of like body from going through the distress that worry and anxiety can cause on you physically, especially. And this is incredible because your Six of Cups in reverse, meaning it means like something was not a part of your formative years for a lot of you, and it would be a big deal to other people. But again, for you guys, if this is resonating for you, it's like, yeah, maybe I didn't have a lot of things, or maybe I didn't have that experience, or maybe I didn't have X, Y, and Z, fill in the blank, but you had a very resilient spirit even as a kid. You just sort of made the most out of your situation, or eventually you got to a place where you just like, I'm going to make the most out of this, or you never let it define you, or again, you had nothing to compare it to know what you missed out on. And so this is an Ascendant Master that is very much like a matron or patron of kids, maybe protecting kids from any kind of loss or trauma that would impact them later on, or become a part of their identity that they couldn't escape or rewire later on in their adulthood. So this reminds me of like a Mother Mary or a Set, aka Isis, sort of energy here. It's a very nurturing power that whatever you did not have growing up, whether it was a lack of stability, security, safety, love, you may have lost a parent even at a young age, or have been raised by people that weren't your biological family. You may have lost even a sibling at a young age. And this power made sure, and then another thing too, something with this Eight of Swords in reverse and Six of Cups in reverse is kind of almost feeling like somebody maybe grew up not in a strict household. What would that be? Like maybe an overbearing household, or like or a very protective household. You may look back on it now and realize like, oh my God, one of my parents had severe anxiety, or they were just overly protective of you. With this Eight of Swords in reverse, it kind of looks like someone maybe try to like keep you in the walls or keep you in the house maybe. And that could have for some of you guys, if that was the case, that could have almost taught some of you guys almost how to worry or how to have anxiety with this Eight of Swords in reverse. But at the same time too, it's like something didn't stick because your Eight of Swords is in reverse. And I think a lot of that had to do with this Ascendant Master here kind of shielding you guys from, again, not taking something on so deeply in your subconscious that you weren't able to unlearn that as you got older, as a adult. So whatever this power is, your Ascendant Master made sure that it blocked that feeling of, why don't I have this? Or why did I grow up like that? Why didn't I experience this? People may ask you now as an adult, how come that experience or lack of that presence in your life, like how come it didn't, excuse my French, but fuck you up? How come you're not like your upbringing? It's almost as though, the saying like, you're a part of your environment. Like you can take the person out of the environment, but not the environment out of the person. It's kind of like the environment did not condition you guys, is what this kind of feels like or looks like to me here. And so people may not understand how you didn't let something, especially from your past or your childhood, pretty much define you. And your Ascendant Master's message to you, which is coming through as the Eight of Swords in reverse and this Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I don't know if you guys have a lot of like air energy, maybe a lot of Aquarius 11th house energy in your chart, maybe a prominent Uranus or Saturn placement. Mercury may conjunct either Uranus or Saturn, or heavily aspected in some way. Maybe it's trined Uranus or Saturn. Also, if you've been doing some inner child healing work, or if you've been reminiscing on your past or your childhood or the loss that you've experienced in your life, a big message from your Ascendant Master is that you are not alone. You've never been alone and will never be alone. You've always been strong-minded or resilient, which is why I'm wondering if some of you guys, you have like a strong aspect to between your Mercury and Uranus or Saturn, because it's like the way that you guys process things, which is what Mercury is. It's like a computer. It's a processor. It processes information. It processes its environment. It takes everything in and it digests its environment as information that it takes on in its conscious and subconscious. So that's why I'm kind of wondering if you guys, maybe your Mercury is heavily aspecting one of those placements. It doesn't have to be for this reading to apply to you, but it just seems like you guys' mind is really resilient. It's really strong. And you'll find that with Aquarius. Aquarius, it rules the mind, it rules the head. So Aquarius is a very strong-minded, very resilient sort of energy. And that's another thing that your Ascendant Master is saying to you guys, is that you're very strong mentally. You may doubt that a little bit because the doubts are here with this Eight of Swords in reverse, but it's weird. It's like even though you guys maybe wonder about the doubts or you let them in sometimes, they don't sit with you. They don't define you. It's weird. It's like you end up finding your way out of those doubts with this Eight of Swords being here, but in reverse. And so out of all the trials that life has thrown at you, you've been impervious to it, but have never felt invincible at the same time with this Eight of Swords in reverse right here. It's like you get hit with these different trials that life throws at you, but again, they don't mold you. You've always been pretty grounded, but you may be going through something right now where you don't feel like yourself with this Eight of Swords in reverse too. You may be looking for your strength or waiting for some part of you to kick in where you just power through whatever may be happening in your life, and it hasn't happened yet. And that kind of makes sense with that alarm system that went off for like 15-20 minutes. And I knew it was for a reason, but I was like, I got to see these cards first to see if it has any sort of connection to this reading. And that may be what you guys are kind of feeling or going through right now, is like a alarm system of yours is going off, but there's no help coming in right now. Nobody maybe is responding to the fact that you're in a crisis or you're in a stressful situation. And again, you may be waiting for a part of you that strengthen you, that you're used to relying on. You may be waiting for that part of you to sort of kick in to help you get through whatever's going on in your life, and it just hasn't come through yet. And so that may be concerning for you. You might feel tired or exhausted with this Eight of Swords in reverse. Some of you feel vulnerable, like your protection isn't as strong as it used to be. And your Ascendant Master keeps saying you are in a transitional period, which may be why you're questioning a lot right now. This Eight of Swords in reverse, again, you are in a transitional period, they're saying, and in order to transport you to where you have to go, you have to be ungrounded, or in other words, untethered to your surroundings. And this is because you're not meant to ground wherever you are at right now with this Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This card is saying there's some sort of almost like a prophecy to fulfill, or for something, there is something that is supposed to manifest, something that you have either seen, heard, or have been seeing kind of like left clues as to something coming into your life. It's meant to be in your life. This could be a specific job or a home or a family or a relationship or anything. Your Ascendant Master is saying they've been gradually showing you bits and pieces of what this Ace of Pentacles is for a long time. And it's time now for it to manifest in your physical, which is why you may feel vulnerable at this time. And it's because the universe needed you to shift into a receiving mode in order to accept this. And you can't necessarily receive where you're at right now for a lot of you. And so it's like doing a renovation on a house. You more than likely have to tear some old things down in order to build something new or to restructure, right? And that's what's going on with you. And it may be why some of you are experiencing a lot of seasonal people, experiences, places, positions. It may seem like everything around you is made of water, like nothing is solid. And this is why Ace of Pentacles here, if you solidified now before this came to fruition, if you tried to ground where you are right now before this came into, before this manifested, something would be incomplete, something would be missing, and it's time for you guys to feel like you have it all. In other words, pile one. And actually, it's 4:44 on my clock right now. So let's just pull a, let's see if there's a specific, wow, that went flying. Hold on. Okay, so 3 different angel numbers came out for you. We have 808, 606, and 99. And underneath the deck, we have 616, sign of opportunities. So 808 here says sign of balance, mind and spirit. Mind and heart are aligned with universal flow. Then we have here 606, which says sign to find gratitude. Be thankful for all the blessings in your life. 9 right here says sign of leadership. You inspire and lead by your higher perspective. This would be that like sort of Aquarius energy that I kind of picked up. And then we have 616 underneath the deck, sign of opportunities. Look for the door of opportunities to open. Yeah, exactly. This is why you guys can't ground necessarily right now, because something is supposed to open up, something's supposed to manifest or come through for you guys. But that's what we have here. Let's see who your ascendant master could be in terms of the angelic energies around you. So we have here, I don't know how to pronounce that, Voilaya. And this is wow, look, this rules the 5 of Cups, what I was talking about in your reading. But it says God, King and Ruler, prosperity, destruction of the enemy, and deliverance from bondage. And then Hakamia, strength, was underneath the deck. And this is the raising God, loyalty, delivery from those who seek to oppress, and it brings victory. Okay, so these are some angelic ascendant masters that may be attached to you in your journey right now. Okay, and Veulia, oh, that's how you say it. Okay, but this is from Psalm 88 and 13, if you're interested in that. But the scripture says, but unto thee have I cried, O Lord. Okay, that might be the alarm, the crisis here. And in the morning shall my prayer prevent thee. It says, those born under Veulia love the military and glory. Didn't I mention that some of you guys, you may have grown up like your parents in the military and you may have like moved around a lot, and it literally brings up the military right here. But it says those who love the military and glory and will be in rapport with the angel of war and become famous through the use of arms. Wow. It says Veulia may be called upon for the destruction of the enemy and deliverance from bondage. 8 of Swords in reverse, that bondage right here. It says soul guardian from those born from 2 p.m. to 2:20 p.m. Moral guardian for those born on the 1st of May, the 12th of July, 22nd of September, the 3rd of December, or 13th of February. And it says the physical guardian for those born from 16th to the 20th of October. And Hakamia, I think that's how you say it. This is a cherubim. And this is from Psalm 88 and 2. And it says, O Lord God of my salvation, I have cried day and night before thee. This keeps talking about you guys crying. This might be what I was picking up with the sense of urgency or crisis right now that some of you guys are in. And then with the 8 of Swords in reverse and the fire alarm going off for like 20 minutes. But it says, yes, the person born under this angel will be frank and loyal, will have a brave character. Like I said, you guys are very resilient. That's what I was picking up when I was looking at your tarot cards. It says, will have a brave character and be sensitive to points of honor and passionate. Hakamia protects against traitors, and gives victory and deliverance from those who seek to oppress us. This is that 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords comes after the 7 of Swords, a card of betrayal. But it says here, soul guardian for those born from 5 a.m. to 5:20 a.m. Moral guardian for those born on 4th of April, 15th of June, 26th of August, 6th of November, or 17th of January, and the physical guardian for those born between the 3rd to the 7th of June. Interesting. Okay, I hit my mic, so that might have been like a loud boom. Anyways, let's pull some intuition cards here to see what your ascendant masters may be trying to communicate to you guys intuitively, because sometimes our intuition can be a little tricky. It's our own personal language, as I've always talked about on my channel. Your intuition is like your own language. It's almost like gibberish, and nobody else is going to understand your language, because that language is your connection between a higher power, the Most High, God, whatever it is that you call it, and yourself or your higher self. So, you know, it can be a little tricky trying to understand it. It takes time to get fluent in it, but let's see what your ascendant master may be trying to communicate intuitively. Okay. Okay, so we have, look at that, chaos outside, chaos inside. This is that fire alarm going off. The Eight of Swords in reverse right here. Chaos outside, chaos inside. So they may be trying to whatever it is that you guys are picking up intuitively right now. Like I said, a lot of you guys is guardian or not guardian angel, but your ascendant master, they come through in times of crisis. And you guys have the card here, chaos outside, chaos inside. So right now, especially for those of my pile ones that feel like you're going through something where there's just chaos everywhere. Like you can't find peace within, you can't find peace without. There is no safe place to turn to or to run to right now. Your ascendant master is talking about that in terms of intuitively, whatever it is that you guys may be picking up. And so they are actually acknowledging the fact that there's just chaos everywhere. And this is something that they are working on. This is something that they are working on overcoming and defeating in you guys' life, especially with both of your angels coming out here talking about how they are they were talking about a sense of like crying out for God, or just crying because of what you're going through right now. And then we also have here, grant yourself rest. In other words, what I just heard with this card is don't worry. Don't worry. For grant yourself rest. Like normally we can only rest when it's calm, but there's chaos everywhere. How are you guys able to rest right now? That's because something is going to handle this for you. And then underneath the deck, it says forgiveness will set you free. That could be a personal message for someone or some of you here. So let's get a crystal message for my pile ones. Okay, so Jet flipped over and it looks like this. And then this is period dote underneath it. And then underneath the deck, we have Herkimer diamond, I think. But what it is for Jet says earthy and grounding. Like I was saying, you guys may feel like you're not grounded right now. That's for a very specific reason, especially with your Ace of Pentacles in reverse. But it says this true black mineraloid variety of coal is an ancient fossilized driftwood. Who needs it? Empaths and witchy types. Where to put it? To clear physical space or your body of uninvited vibes. Swipe Jet over this is that Eight of Swords in reverse. Swipe Jet over the affected area and tell toxic energy, spirits, and tensions to peace out. When to use it? When asking for guidance from elsewhere. Yeah, think seance, guided meditation, hardcore tarot session. Jet can take the edge off of high vibe stones like moldavite and serpentine, and is a wise old friend to bring as your +1 wherever your triggers are sure to be on the guest list. And then this says claim your space. Yeah, so your triggers are being highlighted right now. Something is very triggering right now. We are still in Cancer season at the time that I'm filming this. This is something that we talked about. We did a deep dive over on Patreon, and it just kept coming up how like triggering like Cancer season can be. But then we also have here peridot. What it is, it says precious peridot, a chic type of olivine, is like a vitamin D of your crystal diet plan. The stone sunny energy and candy lime hues promote a zest for life. The intensity of peridot's green shade comes from iron, a metal with an energy that gets things done. Who needs it? Brooders, the lackadaisical. Anyone dreading those long winter nights, where to put it? Wherever you give chase to love, money, power, joy. When to use it? When you are not applying yourself. Success is not something to be afraid of. You have permission to unabashedly go for it. Power up with peridote, I guess, and enjoy the ride. Magnetize your motivation, and it looks like this. Very cute crystal. And then Herkimer diamond underneath the deck for you says what it is. Herkimer diamonds are not in fact diamonds. They are far more attainable, extra hard, clear quartz beauties with their own alluring magnetic properties, found in New York's Mohawk Valley. The clarity and two naturally faceted ends, double termination of Herkimers earned them their diamond moniker. Who needs it? Reiki masters, travelers on the spiritual path, highly sensitive people. Where to put it? In spaces you want to zone as sacred. When to use it? When you are reaching for a clearer than ever through spirituality, therapy, or healing work. Brush off all those unwanted vibes with Herkimer diamond. Power wash your energy. And this sounds a lot like Jet down here. And then a final message for my pile ones as to who your ascendant master could be. Wow. Okay, that flipped out. I'll show you guys these two as well. This is Persephone. Persephone, new beginnings, and Butterfly, maiden, beautiful change. So expect beautiful change and new beginnings. coming up for you guys. And then you see how butterflies are very well known for transformation. That's what you guys are sort of going through right now. Like what I picked up with your Ascendant Master's message is you guys are currently in a transitional phase. And so that's really interesting with Butterfly, Maiden, Beautiful Change, and Persephone, New Beginnings coming out. Underneath the deck here, we have Lilith, Face Your Shadow. This is that Eight of Swords in reverse. And that's what a lot of you guys are doing right now. Like I said, you're trying to pull from that place of strength that you're used to normally being able to pull from. And it may feel as though you can't source that right now. You can't reach that place right now. It may feel that way. But Epona, earth magic, is what instantly flipped over for you guys. I'm going to read this one out of the book. So 1 second. And it says here, this is a sign to enter swiftly into the healing power of nature. You need to connect with the magic that lies within trees, plants, water, and crystals. You're being guided towards a special natural setting to relax your body and engage your spirit. Yeah. Eight of Swords in reverse. It says, be open to receiving a message delivered through your feelings and intuition. Queen Epona says, you are a crystal and natural healer. The jewels of the earth are calling you. They bring spiritual protection and reattune you to magical powers. Listen to the messages given by trees, streams, flowers, plants, and crystals. They hold vital keys to protecting Mother Gaia. They are also essential for your well-being and spiritual path right now. The elementals, nature spirits such as fairies, pixies, water sprites, and mermaids are deeply concerned about environmental damage and climate change. There's a message they wish to get through to you about this crucial issue. If you're already involved in eco-activist projects, consider this card a thank you, and please keep going. A message from us. We know how deeply concerned you are about environmental issues. You can make a difference. Please continue with your much needed efforts. Take regular breaks in nature, and you will hear us cheering you on. Additional meaning says, take action on your ideas for helping the environment. Use vibrational flower essences and or herbal remedies. Move out of the city and closer to nature. Train as or visit a crystal healing practitioner. Epona is a protector of horses, so this card may represent a connection to a horse. And the invocation says, I now receive sacred medicine from nature. I support Earth's healing process. And pile one, this is all that I'm saying for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and amazing spirit for these messages, as well as your Ascendant Masters for coming through. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. And until next time, stay safe, healthy, blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, guys. Hello, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So we are going to start with your tarot energy before pulling some oracle cards to find out who your Ascendant Master could be and what they want to say to you. We're also going to figure out who your guardian angels or your Ascendant Masters in the form of your angelic presences around you, who they could be. So we're kind of looking into a lot of your spiritual team today. But anyways, let's get started. So we have here the Page of Swords, and this card here is basically the energy of who your Ascendant Master is. So we got the Page of Swords. Then we have the Nine of Cups. And then the Three of Cups in reverse. In terms of a message from your Ascendant Master. Nine of Cups and Three of Cups in reverse. Sorry for the glare from my light. Okay, pile 2. What do I want to call you, pile 3? Anyways, pile 2. This Page of Swords here is saying that your Ascendant Master right away, they have the energy of a messenger, with this being the Page of Swords. So this kind of reminds me of like a little bit of like Mercury energy, mercurial energy, Hermes, Thoth, the Archangel Metatron. But, you know, pages, when it comes to the Page of Swords, the pages in general, they work for the royal king and queen. They present things as carriers or of either information like the Page of Swords, or they present intentions like with the Page of Wands, or maybe artifacts and tangible items like the Page of Pentacles, or the prospect of a new peaceful relationship in the form of an ally like with the Page of Cups. And so the Page of Swords is very connected to the mind or mental state of whoever they are interacting with. They know how to speak your language by attuning to you. And your Ascendant Master is a power that likely comes to you through a lot of claircognizance, which is a sense of just knowing things. So instead of, for example, walking into a room and feeling some tension that you could cut with a knife, you are able to tap into this knowing of who is at odds with each other and why. Your Ascendant Master also speaks to you through clairsentience, which is the ability of clear feeling, meaning that you can feel other people's thoughts and emotions. You're able to tap into extrasensory data without someone telling you what's going on with them. And this could be, again, like a Hermes or a Thoth sort of energy that is very aware of the intangible realm. They are just gifted with wisdom and knowledge, and they may also have an affinity for the color red, for this card to show up with this like red detailing right here. So some of you guys, you may really like the color red as well. This means that a lot of your Ascendant Master taps into other people's and entities' essence with this red standing out right here. Your Ascendant Master lends you that gift as well, meaning that you sense people, places, and energies' core, their roots or their root chakra, the information that is sitting at the base of their energy center or their spine or their core. So like many of you have an ability to, let's say, for example, someone is having a tense conversation with you. Have you ever in the middle of the conversation just said to yourself, oh, this is what you're actually upset about or bothered by, or this is what you're actually trying to say, even though they are not alluding to that at all? It's like someone saying that they have an issue with the fact that, I don't know, you didn't call them last week, and out of nowhere, this information falls into your awareness that's like, oh, what you're actually bothered by is what's going on in your relationship. It's just a random example, but if you were intuitively drawn to this pile, you've probably experienced that a few times, if not more. You may have experienced a lot of projection as well, which we all do. We're social creatures. So most of, if not all of what we experience is people treating us the way that they know how to treat themselves. But the difference with you is your level of awareness. It's so clear for you guys in this pile when someone is projecting. It's like you have more clarity on what they are trying to say than they do. And you may be surrounded by people like that, which is why some of you may prefer your alone time. You may as well be drawn to psychology or therapy because that keeps coming through. Psychology, therapy, you may love reading books or just reading in general and taking in a lot of knowledge and information. You may be a very fast reader or somebody that you can just run through several different books like a month or a year or something like that. Another thing too, some of you guys may be very, very, very gifted with technology. You may know how to build things. You may know how to build apps or websites, or I don't know anything about that. So it's about to sound real country the way that I like describe it, but you guys just may be very good at, I don't know, handling technology and electronics and stuff like that. You may even have a online presence or feel like you need to set up an online presence. And if you do, you may notice that you attract an audience pretty easily or pretty soon. And that's because you guys have some sort of gift with technology. And that might sound weird. I know that's not something that we talk about in spirituality a lot, but people can be gifted with anything. Our gifts are not exclusive to just earth and earth magic. Like you can be gifted with technology as well. You can have the gift of gab. You can be gifted with charisma and with your ability to talk and communicate and express yourself, which is another thing that is coming through with you guys as Page of Swords here, because this is not just your Ascendant Master's energy with this Page of Swords, but it's also the abilities that they lend you guys. And so you may notice that you are just very good with technology, electronics, being able to pull people in with your voice or the sound of your voice or what you're saying and how you pretty much express yourself or talk. And so, yeah, if you guys are feeling as though maybe you should create a online presence or something like that, definitely go for it with this Page of Swords, because you're going to be guided every step of the way with your Ascendant Master here. They're very good with, again, just technology, being able to even maybe network and connect with other people like over the internet and stuff like that. So you will find that for you, it's just a very natural thing to do when it comes to maybe having an online presence or just working in tech, working with technology, working with electronics, building things with your hands that has to do with technology. Like I said, I don't know nothing about that stuff. Anyways, the message from your Ascendant Master to you, we have the Nine of Cups, Three of Cups in reverse. Very sweet to the point here. Do not forget your spiritual practices pile too. That's coming through very strongly. You've got a lot of fun stuff coming in with this Nine of Cups over here. And the Three of Cups is a card of celebration. In reverse, this talks about celebrating either alone or with fewer people than you anticipated, especially with this Nine of Cups here, which is a card. Normally, it's traditionally featuring a single character surrounded by 9 cups in the RWS version. And life may feel like the pacing of it speeds up because there's a lot of developments happening around you guys in the near future that your Ascendant Master is bringing up. So it will be easy to get caught up in this excitement. Also, if you have stopped meditating, only for those of you that have stopped, okay, get back to doing that regularly if you feel called to, because there's something about this is crazy because that's another message that came through with this recent new moon in Cancer. There's some prophetic visions and information trying to download to you guys with your 9 of Cups and the 3 of Cups in reverse right here. There's information about the future that your Ascendant Master and the ethereal realms are trying to pass down to you. And this is why you guys are going to notice that you were guided every step of the way through your Ascendant Master. There's something though very, very pressing about information when it comes to the future, maybe different steps you're supposed to take, or I don't know what it is, but it's something very specific about the details concerning your future that's trying to come through. And this is why they're saying if you have gotten away from your spiritual practices or meditating or visiting your altar or whatever your spiritual practice looks like, it could look like going to church for you, you know, whatever it is that it looks like for you. They're saying get back to that. And you don't have to be like so consistent about it to the point that where it's like, oh my God, it's Tuesday, you know, I don't want to forget to do this. Like, it doesn't need to be like that, but it does need to be more regular if you haven't done that in a while. Because as you guys know on my channel, I've been talking about it for years. Spiritual hygiene, that's all spirituality is. It's just a ritual of the spirit. Same way that we have a ritual when it comes to hygiene and we shower every single day, right? So it's the same exact thing. When you are performing your spiritual practices, if you go to your altar, if you pray regularly, if you meditate, whatever it is it looks like for you, they're saying to get back to that, to make it regular again, if you've sort of fallen off of that routine with it. Anyways, let's start grabbing some oracle cards for you. We'll start off with some angel cards here to see, because I feel as though Ascendant Masters can come through in very many different forms. And so I want to see if there's any sort of angelic presences around you guys. Yes, there is. Okay. So we have here. Okay. Akaya, I think. Akaya. And this is associated with the 5 of Pentacles, but it says the forbearing God, and it says patience, reveals secrets of nature, spreads knowledge and industry. Spreads knowledge and industry. What does that sound like? That sounds like your Page of Swords. Again, like I said, there's some sort of like mercurial influence with your Page of Swords, or like Hermes or Thoth, and they are known for just having a lot of knowledge and having a lot of wisdom and wanting to spread that. So you guys may even have strong Gemini, 3rd house energy, strong Mercury energy as well. And then this one is, I don't know. Okay. Anyways, this is what we have. And oh, look, it's a 3 of Cups, just like your 3 of Cups down here in reverse. But it says the right hand of God, fame and renown. What did I tell you? With your Page of Swords, you guys are supposed to, some of you guys are meant to have some sort of an online presence or something. It says right here, fame and renown, influences, commerce, voyages, and great discoveries. This has everything to do with that Page of Swords. This is about information, data, knowledge. I don't know. You guys are very gifted with information, technology, data, stuff like that. You guys may have very good memory too, like photographic memory. And Ahaya, oh, that's how you pronounce it. Ahaya here is a seraphim and is connected to the scripture Psalm 103 and 8, if you're interested in looking at that. But it says, the Lord is merciful and gracious, slow to anger and plenteous in mercy. It says, those born under this angel will love to learn about useful subjects. They will glory in executing the most difficult works and will discover many useful practices of the arts. They will glory in executing the most difficult works. This is that Page of Swords. There is something that your Ascendant Master wants to lay out for you, like step by step what to do and how to do it. And it may be something that is very difficult, but there's going to be a lot of glory in executing it and getting it done. But it says Ahaya will help you be patient and uncover the secrets of nature. It's a soul guardian for those born between 2 a.m. and 2:20 a.m. Moral guardian for those born on the 26th of March, the 6th of June, 17th of August, 28th of October, or the 8th of January. And a physical guardian for those born between the 19th to the 23rd of April. And that was Carter, angel number 7. Then we have Yeyayel. Oh, that's how you say it. But it says this is thrones, connected to thrones. Looks like the Wheel of Fortune almost. But this is also associated with the Bible scripture, Psalm 121 and 5. It says, the Lord is thy keeper, the Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. And those born under this angel will love commerce and be industrious. This is that Page of Swords, and will distinguish themselves through liberal and philanthropic ideas. Yeyayel rules over fortune, renown. Oh my God, you guys, you got some fortune coming to you because your angel, the ascendant masters that manifest in the form of angels around you guys and your spiritual team. It rules fortune, renown, diplomacy, and commerce, influences voyages. So you guys may be traveling pretty soon. Discoveries, this is that Page of Swords, and maritime expeditions, and protects against tempests and shipwrecks. It says soul guardian for those born between 7 a.m. and 7:20 a.m. Moral guardian for those born on the 10th of April, 21st of June, 1st of September, 12th of November, or the 23rd of January. And the physical guardian for those born from the 3rd to the 7th of July. So yeah, some of you guys, you may be Cancers because the 3rd to 7th of July rules Cancer season. Well, in tropical timing anyways. Let's see intuitively, or what your ascendant master has been trying to communicate to you, to your intuition. Because the intuition, like I've always talked about on my channel for years now, intuition, the way that I see it, is like our own personal spiritual language that nobody else can understand besides us. And it's the language between us and God. Hold on, this went flying. Where is it at? I'm gonna have to watch that back because I went looking for like a couple of minutes now for this card. I could have sworn a card jumped out somewhere, but I don't see a card anywhere. This is so weird. Okay, anyways, we'll just keep shuffling them. I thought something jumped out. Watch me find this card like weeks later. Anyways, yeah, the intuition, like what I was saying, it's a personal language between God and yourself, or your higher self. So let's see what it is that your ascendant master has been trying to communicate to your intuition. It says you are deserving of life's gifts. There's some sort of gifts trying to come through. It could be some sort of fortune, like what we read in this angel card over here with Yeyayel, I think is how you say it. And then it says underneath the deck here, gratitude will clear your way. So this is, I feel like with gratitude will clear your way, it's sort of bringing back to mind what came through with you guys about getting back to your regular spiritual programming, your regular spiritual practices, if you've gotten away from doing them. Let's grab some crystal messages, see what we get. Okay. So this is Herkimer Diamond came out for you guys. And then underneath the deck here, we have Selenite. So Herkimer Diamond says what it is. Herkimer Diamonds are not, in fact, diamonds. They are far more attainable, extra hard, clear quartz beauties with their own alluring energetic properties found in New York's Mohawk Valley, the clarity and two natural faceted ends, i.e. double termination of Herkimers, earned them their diamond moniker. Who needs it? Reiki masters, travelers on the spiritual path, highly sensitive people, where to put it in places that you want to zone as sacred, when to use it when you're reaching for clearer than ever through spirituality, therapy, or healing work. Brush off all those unwanted vibes with Herkimer Diamond. And then it says power wash your energy down here at the bottom. So some of you guys, you may have been drawn to pile 1 because this, I think this also came out for pile 1, or it was underneath the deck for pile 1. And then we have Selenite over here, and it says, what it is, I see selenite is a form of gypsum with a calm, cool, and collected vibe. Who needs it? Healers, believers, the currently cleansing, juice technology, etc. Okay, if you're trying to cleanse from technology, interesting. It says where to put it, wherever you want the slate wiped clean, your bedside table after a brutal work week, or around your apartment after somebody extra shady visits. When you use it, it says when you move into a new space and want any lingering bad juju to vamoose. When you pray to gods above, when you have been working with the crystals and want to clear away energy that they have picked up in the process. Give them a gentle tap with selenite. Clear your path to enlightenment. So you guys may be enlightening right now, but anyways, this is what both of these crystals here look like. Interesting too, because it just came to me earlier as a download when I was meditating to do a pick a card reading on your next spiritual awakening. And I don't know why, but the selenite card kind of reminded me of that. So that'll be up at some point. And let's grab a final card here to see what gods, goddesses, or deities may be. An ascendant master of yours. This also came out for pile 1. A lot of you guys, you may have been drawn to pile 1. I think she was underneath the deck. Yeah, she was. But then we have here also Merlin, cosmic knowledge underneath the deck. Okay, I don't know. Am I going to read both? I don't know. But I feel like knowledge, I kept talking about knowledge coming up for you guys, so I might read both. And so Lilith says, she sees everything that you strive to keep hidden from view. Drawing this card shows that you have arrived at a point of significant transformation. She meets you at a crossroads. She holds out her hand and says, your spirit vibrates with secret powers of old. The wisdom yearns to be shared and used for the rebirth of the feminine soul. Just like one of your cards say, to use your spreads knowledge and industry right here with this angel card. But yeah, it says the only way that you'll access this power now is to face your shadow side. It's everything within you that has been censored, stifled, and denied. Your deep-seated rage, your crippling shame, your fathomless fear, your traumas and wounds, your feelings of unworthiness. You've labeled these feelings as taboo and have never felt able to accept and work through them. Sometimes the forbidden shadow emotions leak out, leading you down paths of sabotage and self-destruction. Feelings of envy and self-pity hinder you. With me, you can release self-judgment and look bravely into your hidden self. I'll lead you into safe spaces where all your secrets can be spoken. This will release enormous waterfalls of energy. It will unlock your creativity, potential, and passions. It will illuminate the divine talents that you have been keeping under wraps. You'll create your dreams, not because of luck, chance, or fate, but through realizing that all the power you'll ever need is within you. Again, about you guys like creating your dreams, but it says, don't be afraid. You are ready to shine. Didn't another one say that you guys are going to be, it might be one of your angel messages saying that there could be like some fame or something. But additional meanings here says, seek professional settings for thorough shadow work. Shadow energy is influencing the person or situation that you are inquiring about. And the invocation says, my shadow is my inner teacher. And this may be why some of you guys, like I picked up earlier, some of you guys, you may be drawn to therapy or psychology or the study of the mind. And then we have here Merlin, cosmic knowledge. It says, drop everything that you are wrestling with. Leave the mind struggles. Stop trying to figure it all out. Do not rely solely on 3D logic. You need to look beyond the physical and open your energy to the mystical forces that govern our universe. This is where your answer for healing lies, beyond the veil and the constellations and transits of the planets, deep inside the mysteries of the cosmos. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, some of you guys, as your Lilith, it may be prominently placed in your natal chart, or it may be transiting a part of your chart right now that maybe your sun is in, or your moon is in, or your Mercury is in, something like that. But this Merlin card here says, you are now harnessing ancient wisdom from the Avalon mystery schools of Merlin. This is at Page of Swords. It says he taught metaphysical subjects such as alchemy, sacred geometry, astrology, divining, and energy healing. This is something that you guys may be very, very drawn to. It says there was a vast cosmic library containing esoteric texts by divine scholars. Let Merlin help you remember your magical powers. Whatever you are seeking right now, your inner magician knows how to find it. Meditate and ask your third eye chakra to reveal what you need to know. Some of you guys were totally drawn to pile 1 for sure. It says you can visualize Merlin's rainbow light streaming from your chakras to heal yourself, a relationship, or a karmic issue. You're a wise soul with knowledge from other worlds. Trust the powers. This is that Page of Swords. Trust the powers conferred by your purple cloak. By your purple cloak. Interesting, because this Page of Swords is wearing like this black and red cloak right here. But it says, trust the powers conferred by your purple cloak and crystal wand given to you many moons ago by the supreme sorcerer Merlin. Alternative meanings for this card says, clear the energy with a person, place, or situation to experience immediate relief and resolution. Your life purpose involves using and teaching astrology, energy healing, chakra balancing, or magic. Study vortex healing, a holistic system of energetic healing from the Merlin lineage. Visit Glastonbury to reconnect with the sacred sites of Avalon. And the invocation here says, I call upon my deep magical powers. The universe is working with me in mysterious and miraculous ways. In pile 2, this is all that I'm saying for you guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and your Ascendant Masters for coming through and delivering these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. And until next time, stay safe, healthy, blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, you guys. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So we are going to start off with your tarot cards or tarot energy before pulling oracle cards about who your Ascendant Master could be and what they want to say to you. So we're going to be looking into or sort of like deep diving into your spiritual team today, because I'm also going to be checking out the most powerful angels on your team as well. So getting started, who your Ascendant Master could be, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is the energy of your Ascendant Master. And their message to you, we have the Sun in reverse. And also the Lovers. I don't know if you guys have some strong Native American lineage, if some of you do here in this pile that were intuitively drawn to this pile, or if maybe you practice some Native American traditions, because this is that a dream catcher on the Sun card? Let me see. It looks like it. It kind of looks like it up here, but it caught my attention. But that could have something to do with you guys as Ascendant Master as well, if that resonated. Anyway, starting off with your Queen of Pentacles, the energy of your Ascendant Master is first off very stable energy, with this being the Pentacles. This is a very solid element in tarot. So your Ascendant Master will exude a lot of Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo qualities, and you may have quite a bit of earth influence in your own natal chart, or 2nd, 6th, 10th house may be very active places in your chart right now. Also, your Ascendant Master is showing me a lot of squares, so you may have quite a bit of square aspects in your chart too. And squares are not bad things. Nothing in astrology is bad. Challenging maybe, but not bad. And squares cause tension in astrology to motivate us or impassion us to take matters upon our own hands to make certain changes. And I've actually seen quite a few charts where they had like a lot of trines or something, and they were kind of, those trines almost worked against them, because they were just so used to, these people were so used to things just sort of working out for them that they didn't really know how to apply themselves in a lot of ways. Whereas like people with that I've seen that have some really challenging aspects in their chart, it's like it's easy to motivate them. It's easier for them to see things through, even though they run into a lot of challenges. So, you know, astrology is a very balanced science. But anyways, if you were born with a lot of squares in your chart from a general point without seeing your natal chart, more than likely the stars were configured that way when you were born to make things uncomfortable for you, or to make places of comfort very scarce for you. So you are motivated to make the improvements and adjustments needed to evolve and transform when and where necessary. From the charts that I've read of people with a lot of squares, they can also feel like they have a chip on their shoulder, or maybe they carry themselves in that way because they've always had to work harder than everyone else, or at least it's how they perceive life, is like, I've always had to just work my ass off, and they weren't given or born with as many privileges, right? So your Ascendant Master's energy, being the Queen of Pentacles, is one of the cards most associated with comfort, but even more so pacing. So you may feel like a late bloomer, someone who it has taken a long time for you to find your footing or your identity or your path. And it may feel like things just don't work out for you as easily as everyone else, or like you had to wait longer and practice more patience in the people around you. It's crazy too, because there was like a little bit of thunder about 20-30 minutes ago, but it literally started raining. You guys may be able to hear it right now hitting my window. But it literally started raining during your pile, which is interesting, because I'm talking about how it's just seems like things are just maybe possibly harder for you guys, because it's something that I'm sort of picking up from your Ascendant Master's energy here. Again, it may just sort of feel like you guys, it took a long time to find your path, and you guys may have had to use more patience in your life than the people around you. And if this is resonating for you, whether you can confirm it with the squares in your chart, you may have even had a grand cross in your chart. Like, it's kind of like a grand trine, but obviously not as harmonious. Like a trine is like the complete opposite to a square. So instead of a grand trine, you may have had like a grand square, or it's, in other words, it's also called a grand cross in your chart. So you may be able to confirm this through your own natal chart if you know what your natal chart looks like, or if you can't confirm this by just looking back on your life and feeling like you have never been lucky. Your ascendant master is a power that is gifted with, I'll describe it as a green thumb. So you know how some people, they're just gifted with plants and working with nature. That is your ascendant master, but their abilities are not limited to earth magic. They have a green thumb in terms of abundance, being that this is the Queen of Pentacles. But just like a farmer or someone who has their own garden or plants, you start with a seed, right? And you have to take care of it every single day or regularly. It's a slow process, but it is so rewarding afterwards. So your ascendant master is an energy that is abundant in material blessings, whether this be money, career, property, assets. It's just value in general. It could even be value in people, relationships, friendships, family, stuff like that. But naturally, pile 3, only take this if it resonates, but you may have always had really big dreams, even as a kid. You may have always had an entrepreneurial mindset as well, or you may have been born ambitious, but every time you went after a dream, it just seemed so hard, to the point that it was almost discouraging. And I can see that clearly with your Sun card in reverse over here, which we'll get to, but your Queen of Pentacles Ascendant Master is here to show you how to grow something of great value, not just spiritual value, which is dope too, but also monetary value, whose limit is the sky. There is no limit besides what you put on it and say, okay, I would love to make 6 figures, for instance, but maybe I don't want to be a millionaire. You may notice that you never reach that 7-figure status. You may say it would be great for me to make $99,000 a year, just an example, and you will notice that you never hit that 6-figure value. Why is that? Because of the Lovers over here, ruled by Gemini. You make your own limits, pile 3, because Gemini rules the language that we use. Gemini is the sign whose power lies in the mind and communication and words. The Gemini, it performs spells using the mind and using language, using words, using verbal expression. So your ascendant master is with you because you are meant to grow something from scratch, right? Something that can and will stand the test of time, with it being the pinnacle or the earth element. This is something that is like solid and dependable, something that will eventually provide for you. Also as well, watch out for 1010, because I just saw it here on my camera clock. But she, or not she, I meant your ascendant master. I'm not sure if they're masculine or feminine energy, or both or neither. I said her because it's the Queen of Pentacles, but whomever your spiritual master is, they are saying, the reason that you have always hit these issues or challenges when you were going after something is because your pacing is different from everyone else's. It's not because you're not good at what you do. It's not because you are not meant to succeed. With Sun in reverse over here, it's because what you are fated to build can only be constructed one step at a time. You're meant to become very, very skilled at this as well. Like one of the best in your industry or field, whatever that may be. But how can you do that without challenges? Challenges make masters. You know, like the saying, a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. I think that idea keeps coming to mind, or that saying keeps coming to mind, that yes, it will be challenging for you. It's all over your reading here, but it is because it is worth the result. And your ascendant master is there to help you every step of the way to work through these challenges. So you will notice that you get advice on how to deal with every problem that comes your way, either in the spiritual or in the physical. And you will notice that you come out of every challenge with a better product. So she, or your ascendant master, is actually saying you're not lucky, you are blessed, but your fortune, it looks different, especially if you grade fortunate energy or how lucky you are based off of how few challenges you deal with. Then you may always feel unfortunate to some degree. But look at the journey of the Suit of Pentacles in tarot, from the Ace of Pentacles to the 2, and then the 3, then the 4, and the 5, and so on. There's loss like the 5 of Pentacles, then there's gains like the Ace of Pentacles, and there's dead ends like the 4 of Pentacles, then there's backbreaking work like the 8 of Pentacles, before getting to that 9 and then 10 and then court cards. So your journey will look like an erratic stock that's just, going up and down and up. But again, she, or your ascendant master, is saying the result is worth it because you are learning something from the inside out. So even when you feel like you are regressing or have to take a step back or make revisions, it's because this result is calling for it. And so what they want to say to you with this sun in reverse and this lovers over here is that your ascendant master shows or teaches you through your relationships. They are also saying there's someone in your life or a particular relationship with the lovers here that may have caused you a lot of grief with the sun in reverse. You may even consider this person or relationship to be karmic or maybe even a twin flame. You may know it and feel it in your bones and in your spirit that someone in your life is a twin flame of yours with this lovers over here. But the sun, the happiest, more carefree card in tarot, it's the card with a baby running through the meadows on horseback to represent childlike joy. And children, they don't have a care in the world, right? They learn to take on concerns as they age and grow. And that's what the sun card represents, is one of the final cards in the major arcana. The Fool learns how to regress, or better yet, reconnect to its inner child, a place of pure gratification and delight. So your sun card is in reverse. Sun card is ruled by the sun, which is a star that generates its own nuclear power or energy. So in reverse, alongside the lovers, this means someone or a significant partnership in your life you may feel has drained you of your radiance or your joy or of your energy or of your childlike nature. You may feel as though you have lost a sense of your inner child or even innocence. Another thing that the sun card represents is purity and innocence. So with the sun card here, your ascendant master is saying, for those of you drawn to this pile, there's either a person, relationship, or language in your own life, with the lovers being ruled by Gemini, sign of communication. One of these elements in your life has drained you so much that you don't practice your talents and skills with the sun in reverse over here. You may not believe in who you are or what you want to do. And so again, sun card is ruled by the sun in Leo, which is that childlike sign and energy. And you know how kids believe that they can be and do anything when they grow up. Something has stripped you of that belief in yourself. And this is why sun Leo energy, it rules performance. It showcases its talents and skills and abilities, in part because maybe Leo likes to show off, or it likes the attention and praise, but it's mainly because Leo believes in itself. And it believes in itself because it knows it is gifted. It knows it is someone special and unique, because we are all made or created individually by a higher power, meaning every creation is remarkable in its own unique way. And so Leo is just the sign who is most tapped into that awareness and that knowledge. So in reverse, your ascendant master is saying, why are you sleeping on your own exceptionalism? I don't know if that's a word, but it's like you have suppressed your own light. Your light, what you radiate, is what makes you unique and notable. And your ascendant master is saying someone, or the way you communicate to yourself, has attacked the living light inside of you. But lately, or in the near future, if not now, you have been hearing or sensing a presence that has always been there, but it has been whispering to your spirit like a lover would. It's been telling you, you are beautiful, you are talented, you're special, you can do this. This is an encouraging power or an energy that has been speaking spells or words of power into you to draw that light back outside of your energy. And so this Queen of Pentacles could definitely be some sort of like an ascendant master that is very gifted with feminine energy, which is attraction, beauty, chemistry, because it keeps telling me, I want to make you feel beautiful, not just physically, but you know the saying, when you look good, you feel good. Your ascendant master has been working to build you up. So when you reflect on yourself or your past, when you think about yourself, you feel relaxed instead of stressed, or maybe even insecure or afraid. So you may notice in the near future, if not already, when people compliment you, you don't flinch or turn away. You'll have an easier time accepting and believing praise and adoration. Flattery won't feel like someone is lying to you or trying to manipulate you or gas you up. You'll notice if you have had issues with yourself or your appearance, when you look in the mirror, you'll feel feelings of admiration for yourself. You'll feel a sense of pride or peace or love. And this is self-love, in other words. This is the relationship this ascendant master is helping you establish with yourself. Lovers over here, because they're saying that light that you feel has died. It's not dead. It's just lying dormant. In order to radiate light, you have to coax it out. If the sun didn't operate in the way that it did, it wouldn't be able to generate its own nuclear energy. Same thing with us as human beings. If we are feeding the parts of us that is sad, insecure, fearful, that light will keep regressing further and further indoors. The more we water ourselves like a plant and feed ourselves the right energy or words, Lover's card over here, the more that light feels comfortable and safe enough to project itself outside of our being. That light is not just a light. It's a living conscious energy that, depending on what you feed it, it will respond or react to the diet that it is on. Okay, so let's start grabbing some angel cards here to see what angels could be a part of your spiritual team or could be an ascendant master of yours. Oh no, it didn't flip over. What is it though? Sitchiel, I believe. Let's see. Are you kidding me? That came out again. That's just so crazy when that happens. That is so crazy when that happens. Okay, so we have here sit, I don't know, but it's the God of Hope, and it's the Three of Wands. It's ruled by the Three of Wands. It says construction of the universe, help with great works, and protection from adversaries. You guys are supposed to perform some sort of great works. And then we have here Iabamia, I think, the Hermit, word of God creating all. And it says alchemy and transformation, rules natural events, helps with spiritual progress. Wow. And look at that ski that it's carrying. It's interesting that the Hermit card in this deck is carrying a ski. That's normally what Death is carrying. And then it has this, what is that, little hourglass right here. Really interesting. Anyways, let me see what they have to say. And then sit al, I think is how you say it. This is a seraphim, and it is connected to the Bible verse Psalm 90:2, and it says, I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in him will I trust. And it says, the person born under this angel loves truth, will keep their word, and obliges those in need of their services. Sitayo, I think, will protect against adversities and against weapons and wild beasts. Soul guardian for those born between 12:40 a.m. to 1 a.m. It's a moral guardian for those born on the 22nd of March, 2nd of June, 13th of August, 24th of October, or the 4th of January. And the physical guardian for those born between the 30th of March to the 3rd of April. This is Yabamia. Oh, that's how you say it. Wow. Okay. But this angel is connected to Genesis 1:1. Interesting. It says, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Anyone born under Yabamia will be distinguished by their genius and will be considered one of the great scholars of philosophy. That could be this lover's card right here being ruled by Gemini. It says Yabamia governs natural processes and phenomena of nature and protects those who wish to progress spiritually. Soul guardian for those born between 11 p.m. to 11:20 p.m. Moral guardian for those born on the 28th of May, the 8th of August, 19th of October, 30th of December, or the 12th of March. And the physical guardian for those born between the 28th of February to the 4th of March. Let's see what your Ascendant Master has been trying to communicate to you intuitively. Okay, so we have, are you guys pile 3? Yes, okay. But it says you are an expression of the divine. Yeah, like I said, something's trying to court you like a lover. It's trying to tell you that you're talented, you're beautiful, you're capable. And it says you are an expression of the divine. And then underneath the deck here, we have you're the sky, not the weather. Wow. You are the sky, not the weather. That's interesting. So I'm wondering if that's trying to say, because the weather's changeable. And like I said with you guys, it literally started raining when I started your pile. So you are the sky, not the weather. Just because something is raining, just because something is challenging, doesn't necessarily mean that you're not going to make it. Doesn't necessarily mean you won't get there. And that did come through when we were looking at you guys' tarot cards down here. You are the sky, not the weather. Don't let the weather, in other words, don't let the weather trip you up. Don't let it play you. Don't think that just because stuff, like I said, it's almost as though your stock will go up and down, up and down, up and down like that. And don't think just because something is going up and down, or, you know, it's not as stable as you would like for it to be. Don't let that sort of determine if something is working out or not for you. Let's grab a crystal card for you guys. Okay. Is this amethyst? I think it's amethyst. Yes. And then underneath the deck, we have Shugalite, I think. Yeah. Which looks like this. Oh, they're both purple. All right. Amethyst says it is a lilac to dark purple semi-precious gemstone from the quartz family. The ancient Romans believed amethyst got its lush purple color when the god Bacchus, I think, spilled wine on a clear stone. Today, amethyst is believed to assist in connecting with the big guy in the sky. Who needs it? It says train wrecks who go off the rails on the wet and wild route to Bacchanalia, any Pisces. Where to put it? It says the interior decorator's little purple secret. Amethyst can uplift the vibe of any living space. When to use it? When it is time to give up the victim routine and start living with purpose. Hold on tight to amethyst. Get drunk on your highest self. Yeah, like I said, you guys may may deal with a lot of challenges, a lot of squares, a lot of, stuff like that. And so if you guys are feeling like, man, stuff keeps like going wrong or something like that, if you have any amethyst, use it to kind of help take you out of that mindset. And then we have here Sugilite or Sugilite. Says what it is: vibrant purple, electric magenta, void black. The surface of Sugilite calls forth otherworldly realms, dreamy, extraterrestrial, psychedelic, and its illuminating energy encourages you to leave behind reality and visit those far out regions. Who needs it? Anyone planning an escape from the confines of space and time. Where to put it: wherever you dream, meditate, or grow your light. When to use it: when you're called to take your spiritual practice to another level. It is easy to stay stuck in something that is not working. All those square aspects and challenges that I was picking up throughout your reading. It says there is a comfort to safe and status quo, but there is an unknown out there with unlimited, blissed out possibilities. Like I was saying for you guys, the sky's the limit for you. And it says ask Sugilite to light the way there. Stretch the limits of your imagination. Yeah, sky's the limit for you guys. Like I was saying, if you tell yourself like, I only want to make 6 figures, you'll notice that you won't get past that to that like 7th figure place. Words is very powerful over your limits. Like really, this is why I feel like you guys are very gifted with your words, with your communication. It's a powerful thing for you guys. It's powerful for all of us, but some of us are, our gifts range. And then let's just get a final card here to see who your Ascendant Master could be. So we have here Nematona, safe space underneath the deck. And then we have King Neptune, sensitivity, who came out. And King Neptune says, drawing this card confirms what you already know. You're incredibly sensitive. Emotional and psychic energies. Most likely you've had to numb yourself to the harsh, closed-off consciousness of the modern world as it doesn't understand or value the way you are. You may have previously lived in Lemuria and are now bringing crystalline qualities of empathy, heart chakra healing, and sensitivity to earth. Your Lemurian soul is expert at reading emotions and taking the psychic temperature of any room. You sense every undercurrent, especially what's not being openly expressed. Being in crowds and highly stimulating environments can be challenging. You need beauty and art, romance, lyrical music, serenity, the ocean, nature, crystals, animals, and people who are open to the spirit world. You like tenderness, softness, and gentleness, especially in relationships. Just like your Lover's card down here, it says if you've been numbing yourself with addictive substances, unhealthy relationships, or overworking, for example, ask King Neptune to help. Embracing vulnerability is a key lesson for you in this lifetime. You may unconsciously sabotage wonderful experiences and relationships because of an old fear of being emotionally exposed. King Neptune says it's safe to let others into your heart. Your sensitivity is a gift rather than shutting off from your soft heart. Make friends with your Lemurian light. Additional meanings says you are a Lemurian light worker. Take steps to reconnect with your soul's experiences in Lemuria. Connect with crystals for healing purposes like this amethyst over here. Have an open-hearted conversation with someone. It could be your Lover's Gemini card right here. And the invocation says, my sensitivity is a spiritual gift and it is safe to be vulnerable in pile 3. This is all that I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, and your Ascendant Masters for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. And until next time, stay safe, healthy, blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, you guys. Pile 4, welcome to your reading. So we're starting off with your tarot cards before pulling additional oracle cards to see who your Ascendant Master could be and what they want to say to you. So we're going to be looking into who's on your spiritual team, including some angelic figures on your spiritual team as well. But let's get started. So your Ascendant Master's energy is very King of Cups like. Their message to you, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. And the Fool. So pile 4, your Ascendant Master's energy is the King of Cups. And I sort of feel like your Ascendant Master could be an ancestor of yours, pile 4, or even a past life version of you, which may sound odd. But this is the first pile today where the Ascendant Master card is looking directly at me, almost saying that you have had direct communication or like interaction with them many times. You've spoken to them in dreams many times. They have spoken to you through living people on earth many times before. They have very direct ways of communicating with you, pile 4, and that's not cryptic at all. So they don't communicate through like signs, signals, synchronicities. It's very direct and to the point. So for example, instead of you receiving a sign that's like, should I do this or should I do that? And I don't know, it's like a bird feather or something. Like instead, your sign would be like a stop sign, like directly in front of you that literally just screams stop at you. Like they're very direct with you. You may have the gift of telepathy as well, or the ability to hear people's thoughts. And if so, that's a very strong ability of your Ascendant Master, and it's a gift that they lend to you. Water may also be a place that you guys go to connect to spirit, with this being the King of Cups. Oceans, rivers, lakes, even baths may help you hear very clearly what spirit and your intuition is saying to you. You may have the gift of water scrying as well, and that is the art or ability where images or information can be divined by looking into or concentrating on bodies of water. You may even feel very protective of the seas, oceans, and aquatic or marine life. A lot of your dreams could have to do with water as well. All of this is connected to your Ascendant Master, who may very well be a water spirit like Poseidon or Noon or Yamaya. And with this being the King of Cups, your Ascendant Master is talking about your masculine energy being in a phase right now of healing through self-expression. So this is about, and even including the Fool right here and the Ace of Cups in reverse, because the Fool can talk about, the Fool is somebody that has a very unique way or style of explaining themselves or representing themselves. They're very odd character. Again, you may be sort of like going through a phase right now where you're sort of healing through self-expression. This has a little bit more to do with your Ace of Cups in reverse and the Fool card right here, the message that your Ascendant Master wants to send to you. So this is about you honoring yourself through a sense of boundaries, and also boundaries with yourself when it comes to not changing your mind, as well as when it comes to, how do I say, it's also when it comes to the sort of emotions that you process, the sort of emotions that you sort of allow yourself to experience and that you allow to channel through your being, because there could be some sort of emotions that kind of they're repeated, like they sort of like play back on a loop. And especially if these are these sort of emotions that they take a lot out of you, this is about creating some sort of boundaries around what it is that you allow yourself to go through the process of feeling. Because, you know, we can't really necessarily help our feelings, but we can kind of have a little bit of influence over how deeply we allow ourselves to travel into those feelings, right? And so, and it also has a lot to do with, like I said, your mind, being firm when it comes to making decisions. So some of you may have dealt with some form of guilt as well for being so unchanging or stubborn, but there's something about your masculine energy that is saying, lean on me right now. Your Ascendant Master is saying you need to know, or to be sure or clear about exactly what you want, where you are going, or at the very least who you are right now at this point in your journey. Because as you can see, you have the Ace of Cups, which is a card that is not even numbered, because it represents the conception of something or a beginning. You also have the Fool card here, who is numbered as a 0, a number that has no identity or limit, because it is the very essence or root of every number that exists. So very simply, with these two cards over here, what your Ascendant Master is saying to you very clearly is your environment or a new chapter will feel very formless to you. It'll lack any sort of clear structure or even direction, which is why you need to know what you want when you are dealing with the cups. It's very similar to the wands in the sense that it reflects want, which is why the 9 of Cups is regarded as the card of wishes being granted or fulfilled. Wands are more about desire and motive. Cups is more about an inclination or something that we are coveting. We have our heart set on this. So your Ascendant Master's energy is the King of Cups, and their message to you is the Ace of Cups. This is them saying a new chapter that you are either moving into or already have moved into will inspire a new want or even need for you. And in order to see it fulfilled with the Fool here, you need to lean on this masculine energy present in your King of Cups, which is the energy of your Ascendant Master. So this is sort of like saying lean on your Ascendant Master, lean on their knowledge. And this sort of tells me that your Ascendant Master, while I feel like they've always been around you, I feel like they have stepped up, like almost like pushed other energies out of the way, not in a rude way or anything, but it's like I mentioned with your King of Cups, this is the only Ascendant Master card so far in today's reading that is staring directly at me. And this is an energy that will be at the forefront of this next chapter for you. So some sort of new beginning is on schedule for you, because you have 2 cards talking about new beginnings with the Ace of Cups and the Fool. And they just said to me, your Ascendant Master just said this is a change of mind or heart for you. Okay, so for example, this is someone that, let's say you have always been attracted to, I don't know, romantic interests that are really unpredictable because it's exciting. You're about to have a change of heart that's like, I'm only craving romantic partners that are stable and nurturing right now. I don't need fast and exciting anymore. Just an example, but they are saying that's what's going to feel like a new chapter for you, is this massive change of heart. This is why they're saying they need you to believe in this. Okay, because and to have boundaries around this change pretty much. Okay, so this could be, instead of like working careers based off of how much money you make, you have a change of heart where it's like, I want to make an impact or a difference in people's lives despite how much money I make, or vice versa. And that's why your Ace of Cups is in reverse. It's a change of heart that they are alluding to. And this is why they want you to believe in this new attraction or need that you develop in your life. You may notice in the near future that your Ascendant Master is saying that it'll seem like out of nowhere you have this strong craving or need to change your life, to make some sort of a drastic change. It'll seem extreme to you, and you may feel like, I have to get out of this job or this relationship or this town. Ace of Cups in reverse. This is about you developing a strong need to pull out, to get out of somewhere, and to put your heart into an entirely new place or direction or experience, with the Fool card over here. And this is why your Ascendant Master wants you to lean on your masculine energy that feels sure about this change of heart that you have. I could have sworn I just heard somebody's dog bark. I don't know if some of you guys, you could be even adopting a pet pretty soon. Oh yeah, and there's a dog on this Fool card right here. It sounded like I just heard a dog bark, but I don't know. But some of you guys, you may be adopting a pet in the very near future here that definitely becomes a part of your own kind of like team. But either way, this is why your Ascendant Master wants you to lean on your masculine energy that feels sure about this change of heart that you have. So you will, so they want you to have boundaries around a change. So you have to at least believe in this change for yourself. And everything will fall into place with the Fool card here. He is very unaware of his journey that he's just signed up for, but that's because nothing about his decision to step out was logical. It was just an excessive feeling that he could not ignore when it came to revolutionizing his life, which is why the Fool card is ruled by Uranus, the planet that says we've never done this before, and we're going to trailblaze our own path. And Uranus is like the mad scientist who uses its own self as an experiment just to see what's going to happen. So you may have a strong thirst to see what's going to happen if I randomly do this or try that, and you'll need to believe in that curiosity pile 4. So instead of, thankfully they corrected me, instead of you guys like being firm in the fact that it's like, I can't change my mind, it's about you guys feeling firm and reassured about a change of mind that you're going to be having in the near future, about you guys having faith in that, having confidence in that change of mind or in that change of pace or lifestyle or direction, just having a lot of faith in it. Looked a little crooked to me anyways. So let's start grabbing some oracle cards to see what angelic entities may be on your spiritual team. We have Michael, I think. The Emperor connected to the Emperor like unto God. It says political authority, gives safe travel and protects against conspiracies. And then we have Naniel, I think, underneath the deck, 10 of Wands. God humiliating the proud. It says spiritual communication influences religious men, teachers, and men of law. Michael, like unto God, is connected to the Bible verse Psalm 121 and 7. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. And it says those born under Michael will become involved in political affairs. They will be curious, will want to learn the secrets of private offices and foreign news, and will distinguish themselves in affairs of state through knowledge of diplomacy. Michael serves to travel in safety, rules monarchs, princes, and nobles, and uncovers conspiracy in all those who seek to destroy other persons and governments. Soul guardian for those born between 1:40 a.m. to 2 p.m. Moral guardian for those born on the 30th of April, the 11th of July, 21st of September, the 2nd of December, or the 12th of February. And the physical guardian for those born between the 11th to the 15th of October. And then Nanael, I think, it says this has to do with principalities and is connected to the Bible verse Psalm 119 and 75. I know, O Lord, that thy judgments are right, and that thou in faithfulness has afflicted me. The person born under Nanael's influence will have a melancholic demeanor and will pursue a private life, rest, and meditation. They will distinguish themselves through knowledge of the abstract sciences. This angel rules over the high sciences and is able to influence religious men, teachers, magistrates, and men of law. Soul guardian for those born between 5:20 p.m. to 5:40 p.m. Moral guardian of those born on the 11th of May, 22nd of July, 2nd of October, 13th of December, or the 23rd of February. Physical guardian for those born between the 5th to the 9th of December. Let's see what your Ascendant Master has been trying to communicate to your intuition. We have here, honor your sacred time, and underneath the deck, seek healing connections. So honoring you guys' time, seeing your time as sacred, very important moving forward here. And then seeking healing connections. That's going to be another thing that is in you guys', I feel like this is your Ascendant Master trying to communicate to your intuition that healing connections are on the horizon for a lot of my pile fours. Healing connections with people that will honor your time. They will find your time is sacred. You'll find the time that you spend with them is very sacred, especially if it is souls that you sort of meet in like passing with the Fool card energy right here. And let's grab a crystal message. And we have here lapis lazuli. It says, what it is, a deep blue stone with deep history. See ancient Egypt, Tutankhamun's eyeshadow, the Old Testament, the high priest of Israel's vestments, and the Dutch golden age of Vermeer's palette. Who needs it? Cat people, Leos, anyone who uses the phrase in a past life. I'm totally convinced I was and it says where to put it as a spiritual armor that lets the world know when I walk into a room, it is customary for y'all to bend the knee. And it says when to use it, when your thoughts are not your friends, call in lapis lazuli to help get you out of whatever your mind has gotten you into. Ascend your rightful throne, like your King of Cups right here. Muscovite, and lapis lazuli looks like this. Muscovite was underneath it, and it says what it is. Heady muscovite, also known as common mica, acts as a navigation tool for explorers of the supernatural and synchronistic. Who needs it? The pragmatic, empirical, and reasonable. Anyone who has ever asked themselves, how did I not see that coming? Where to put it against your forehead while peering into the future? When to use it? When I want to believe is your MO. When you feel like you have been missing the signs. When you have a problem logic won't solve. When you have blown the lid off with too much meditation, microdosing, or moldavite and need to get a grip. And it says develop your foresight. Interesting because it says here, when you feel like you have been missing the signs. What I picked up with your King of Cups anyways is that they communicate to you in very, very, very direct ways. Like what I kind of mentioned, they don't really speak to you guys in these really vague sort of ways. They're very direct with you. So that's interesting that crystal came up. And then we have bismuth underneath the deck. It says what it is, an iridescent crystalline metal with a stair-step structure that forms when liquid bismuth cools. Bismuth's energy is focusing, conductive, and awakening. Who needs it? The easily distracted, burners, people who are very bored. Where to put it? On your desk in Silicon Valley and in your utility belt in Black Rock City. When to use it for those looking for some psychedelic influence without swallowing the red pill. Lie on your back and take 10 or 100 or a million powerful breaths through your mouth with bismuth. Place on your forehead, then break out of tired gray thought patterns and get en route to a more colorful, energized life. Rewrite your code with rainbows. I think it's funny how they keep talking about putting the crystal on your forehead. So something may be going on with you guys is like third eye, crown chakra area as well. And then a final card here from who your ascendant master could be. So let's see what we get in terms of a god, goddess, or a deity. And we have Thoth, divine masculine. And underneath the deck, we have Nematona, safe space. So we have Thoth. We'll read that out of the book. And Thoth, divine oh wow, I'm just realizing for you, pile 4, like what I was talking about, your King of Cups. Your ascendant master really wants you to rely on your masculine energy right now. We have the card that came out saying divine masculine. So very interesting. Okay, but it says here, your purpose is to activate the divine masculine on earth. It says this mission will take you into numerous life lessons, just like the Fool card, and personal trials as you heal your own heart, Ace of Cups in reverse, and awaken to your spiritual wisdom. You have the capacity to lead by example and become a noble teacher for others. When Thoth appears, it's a powerful message of healing through personal responsibility and stepping up to a sacred duty. You are healing wounded masculine energy, which shows up frequently in men but can be present in women or other gender identities. Examples of wounded masculine energy are fear of being vulnerable, living only in your head, inability to be present, numbing yourself with addictions, being ego-driven, controlling or dominating others, and emotional unavailability. A soul teacher is coming into your life. Oh, this might be, seek healing connections right here. Interesting. Okay. And it says embodying divine masculine qualities. So they may embody divine masculine qualities as well. I think I did mention that with your King of Cups when I was just looking at your tarot cards, that your ascendant master speaks to you through other physical people as well, because they have a very direct way of communicating with you. But it says here, a soul teacher is coming into your life embodying divine masculine qualities, clear communication, exactly that direct communication, self-inquiry and understanding, and connection to emotions, reverence for the awakened feminine, responsibility for actions, and connection to spirit. Drawing this card can point to healing the relationship with your father. This will help you claim your soul's purpose. You're trusted and appreciated. Your awakened masculine light is needed by the world. Additional meaning says this is a message of love from your father. You can trust the man about whom you are inquiring. Join or lead a men's or male identifying spiritual growth group. And the invocation says, my life is guided by the eternal masculine. I commit to this path. Very interesting with that coming up very strongly with your King of Cups here. When we were just checking out your tarot cards, was they were really stressing your masculine energy, leaning on your masculine energy, and that's why. But pile 4, yeah, this is all that I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, and your ascendant master for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon, and until next time, stay safe, healthy, blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye guys. All right, pile 5, welcome to your reading. So we're starting off with your tarot cards here to check out who your ascendant master could be and what they've been trying to communicate to you. So we're going to be looking into your spiritual team and who is on it, even in terms of the angelic spirits around you. But anyways, let's get started. So the very first card that we have for you is the Queen of Pentacles. Then we have Judgment. And then the King of Swords. So your ascendant master's energy has shown up as the Queen of Pentacles, and the 2 cards on the right is what they have been trying to communicate to you or want to communicate to you. So with the Queen of Pentacles here, this also came out for another pile in today's reading as the Ascendant Master energy. So you may have also been drawn to that pile, but I would not be shocked if you weren't, because their energy, even though it's the same card, feels totally different. And even though it's in the exact same position. So your Queen of Pentacles or Ascendant Master energy is very inward focused. And what I mean by that is it's a very independent energy that warns against grudges. And okay, so you see how the sun is shining on just her, and you see these lotus flowers that she is holding. Your Ascendant Master is very much about being focused on the self and your own endeavors. It focuses on what is growing, not on what is dying. This is an energy that does not deal with the process of decay, death, transformation, or lack. It's an energy that mastered the art of growth and fertility. So your Ascendant Master may be feminine, with this being a queen, the Queen of Pentacles, but it does not have to be. And it's also saying that you can find me in nature and in the sun. So the sun is really sticking out on this card here. So I don't know if you guys love being outdoors or in the sun. Maybe you guys sun gaze or love having your windows open throughout the day. Or if you have a burst of energy during the daytime, you might be an early riser. You might have a diurnal, or otherwise known as a day chart as well. And you'll know if you do, because you'll know depending on your natal sun position, if it's above the horizon line, and that's the line that rules your ascendant to descendant axis. Then you may notice as well that the energies that you were drawn to or resonate with could be energies or deities associated with the sun, like Apollo or Amun or Helios or Kepri or Heru, otherwise known as Horus. So either way, your ascendant master is very picky about who and what you focus on. It may be easier for you to either lose focus or to concentrate on the things that frustrate you with Judgment and the King of Swords over here. So getting into the message that they have been trying to say to you, generally you may consider yourself to be upbeat or optimistic or high energy, because again, the sun is shining directly onto the Queen of Pentacles, and this is your ascendant master energy. And they're telling me the light of the sun is drawn to you. So esoterically, light or the sun can represent powerful entities, or just power in general, wisdom or high vibrational forces, which are very drawn to you. They give you a lot of energy, light, or shine. So the thing is, from what your ascendant master is saying here, is that they don't want you to then give that attention to everything or everyone. You are supposed to be a bit more strict about what you focus on, because something in your own life that's a personal interest of yours, they're saying it needs more of your attention or more of your light, because something is trying to grow with these flowers that this Queen of Pentacles is holding. This could even be if you have like children in your life or young kids in your life, they're focusing more on them and not on some sort of drama. I just keep picking up some sort of drama around some of you guys. But there's these like annoyances or almost irritants around you. They keep coming through, and it's almost like something that keeps poking at you. And when you stop focusing on it with this King of Swords over here, it's like it's very childish energy. And it's not a kid. Whatever keeps poking at you, it has childish energy, but it's not a child. And that would be understandable. So I don't know if there's someone around you, or maybe even a situation, because energy is fluid, but you may see this person or situation as bothersome, annoying, or like an unnecessary hassle, like something or someone is just difficult for no good reason. And I'm going to tell you right now, only take this if it resonates, okay? But this person or situation, they are unconscious, okay? They are unconsciously operating in the sense that they don't know what they are doing. They know that they're difficult maybe, but they don't know how to stop pulling at your energy. They don't know how to self-regulate. Your Queen of Pentacles, you see her. This is your energy also reflected here that your Ascendant Master is showing me. The reason why we have Ascendant Masters the way that we do is because we are very similar to them in terms of maybe temperament or attitude or perspective or in terms of gifts. Your energy is similar in ways to this Queen of Pentacles over here. And you know how to, like a flower or a plant, you know how to reposition yourself. If you need more sunlight, like a flower, you will lean towards the direction of the sun. If you need more water, you know how to preserve the moisture in your roots until it rains again. You are a very resourceful person, in other words, in the sense that what you don't have, you will make do. You will make a way to get it, like this Queen of Pentacles. Someone may even more than one person too. So it could be one person or more than one person around you, or a particular situation is almost too lazy to do that themselves. And it may be irritating for you, pile 5. But the funny thing is your Ascendant Master is saying to you with this Judgment and King of Swords, even though this is a menacing person or energy, be careful of judging them as well. Not judging as in looking at them and saying they're so childish or low vibrational or immature, or no, this isn't about not having an opinion on them. Your Ascendant Master is saying don't judge them in terms of giving them your energy, attention, or time. And it may sound weird, but they're saying with this King of Swords here, you were supposed to cut their ability off when it comes to making you break your focus. It's like a made you look type of energy. Something or someone only knows how to get attention by maybe being careless or reckless or disruptive, and they are indiscreet about it. This like person or situation, this like spirit, it's like it wants people to notice like maybe how like how careless I'm laughing because it seems like so childish. It's just like they really want attention, in other words. And like I was saying, like the sun here is shining directly on this Queen of Pentacles, but it's like someone here, they want people to notice, and that's this person's own demon to deal with when it comes to you, your pile 5. But when you focus on them and start putting your energy into them by looking at how misguided or negligent they are, something about that is the type of energy that your Ascendant Master is saying you don't want to put out. You don't want to send that type of energy their way. If you cannot tend to this person or situation without feeling that frustration that they invoke within you, then your Ascendant Master is saying to ignore them as much as you can right now. Because this sword in the King of Swords, remember, it cuts both ways. It's like, for example, like watching a car accident happen while you're driving and saying like, wow, they weren't paying attention, and then almost getting into your own accident because you were looking at someone else causing something that they could have avoided, right? Hopefully that makes sense. But it's like we are all susceptible to mistakes as humans, even the ones that we don't think that we're capable of making or vulnerable to making. But invincibility breeds blind spots. And that's one thing that your Ascendant Master is saying to be careful of, because this person or situation, they do not care to be mindful or conscious. They're not trying to. So even if they are dealing with destruction in their own life that they brought on for themselves, their main goal is to like be an agent of chaos in other people's lives. They don't care about going down with the ship. They've already kind of given up on themselves in some way. As long as others go down with them, they consider that as success. Kind of misery loves company sort of deal. And they're saying don't pay attention to that because you have your own gardener interests that like needs your attention. This could even be a coworker, with this being the Queen of Pentacles right here. But this idea of like a parent or maybe even an authority figure keeps coming through as well for someone in this pile. So there may be like a parental or an authority figure that you know for a fact they're just not like good at what they do. They're not good at leading or growing things. They don't have that power of fertility like you do, or they don't have that sun shining directly on them, not at this point in time anyways. And so it's like you're more than likely very aware of that fact because something didn't work out for them. Maybe they're annoyed that it's working out for you, which is why they try to be that distraction in terms of that sunlight shining directly on you. So just don't give them that pile 5 is what your Ascendant Masters are saying. So let's start grabbing some angel cards here to see what angelic spirits or what angels could be on your spiritual team as well. Okay, so we have, this is, I don't know, but it's connected to the 6 of Cups, and it says, God who stirs all men, motivation lifts up those who are fallen and humiliated. Underneath that is Luaya, the 10 of Swords, the marvelous God, revelation protects from sadness, gives revelations in dreams. And underneath the deck, we have Poyel, I believe, God who supports the universe, fortune and fame, fulfills any request. So say Aliyah, oh, that's how you say it. Okay. And this angel is connected to Psalm 94 and 18. When I said, my foot slippeth, thy mercy, O Lord, held me up. Those born under the influence of Sealiyah will love to learn and will have many resources and facilities. Sealiyah will confound the wicked and the proud while exalting the humiliated and the fallen, and governs vegetation. Like I was saying about that fertility, you guys have a fertile Ascendant Master on your team, and it's talking about here governing vegetation. Soul guardian for those born between 2:40 p.m. to 3 p.m. Moral guardian for those born on the 3rd of May, 14th of July, 24th of September, 5th of December, or the 15th of February, and the physical guardian for those born between the 26th to the 30th of October. And Luia is connected to the Bible verse Psalm 8 and 2. It says, O Lord, our Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth, who has set thy glory above the heavens. It says a person born under Luia will love music, poetry, literature, and philosophy. Luia protects from spiritual torment and sadness, helps you to sleep well at night, rules over the high sciences and marvelous discoveries, and gives revelations and dreams. Soul guardian for those born between 5:20 a.m. to 5:40 a.m. Moral guardian for those born on the 5th of April, the 16th of June, 27th of August, 7th of November, or the 18th of January. And the physical guardian for those born from the 8th to the 12th of June. And Poyel, I believe, is connected to the Bible verse Psalm 145 and 15. The Lord upholdeth all that fall and raiseth up all those that be bowed down. And it says those born under Poyel's influence will be held in esteem for their modesty, held in esteem like the sun shining on this Queen of Pentacles, for their modesty, moderation, and agreeable humor. They will find success through their talents and conduct. Poyel will obtain whatever one requests and rules over fame, fortune, and philosophy, again with that sun shining directly on the Queen of Pentacles. It says the soul guardian for those born between 6:20 p.m. to 6:40 p.m. The moral guardian for those born on the 14th of May, 25th of July, 5th of October, 16th of December, or the 26th of February. And the physical guardian for those born from the 20th to the 24th of December. Let's see what your Ascendant Master has been trying to communicate to you intuitively. Okay, and it says, you crush what you hold too tightly. So be careful about holding something too tightly. This feels kind of like a personal message. So I don't know if some of you guys that were intuitively drawn to this pile, if you feel as though, oh, look at what's underneath the deck. Worry is a prayer for things you do not want. That could be what you guys are holding on to too tightly, is something that you're worried about. This could be something that you guys are worried about. So be careful of whatever it is that you guys maybe feel concerned about or worried about. Be careful of being so worried about it that you end up suffocating it, or it ends up suffocating you in some way or debilitating you in some way. Let's grab a crystal message for you guys. But you definitely don't have to worry about something. Okay, magnesite flipped over, and it says what it is, and it looks like this. I think I just heard a crow as well. But it says heady magnesite is a magnesium carbonate crystal that ranges in color from clear to porcelain white to off pink to sepia toned. Its sometimes grooved brain-like appearance mimics its cerebral energy. Who needs it? Intellectuals and Aquarians. Where to put it? Wherever you go to quiet the mind or wake it the F up. When to use it? When you are just too smart for your own good, when you are completely lost in your thoughts, or they are running wild, dragging you behind them. Remember, the mind is a powerful thing. You rule it or it rules you. Meditate every day and show it who's boss with magnesite. Get your mind right. This could be that King of Swords over here. And then cavensite, I guess, it looks like this. That's pretty. And it was underneath magnesite, but it says what it is. Cavensite is a calcium vanadium silicate. Its name is an acronym. Look for it. It's in there. Its vivid color is next level electric blue. The best cavensite hails from India. It is a go-to stone for those looking to channel messages from on high or explore the possibilities of supernatural communication. Who needs it? Storytellers, soothsayers, healers, therapists, and psychics. Where to put it? Wherever you translate inspiration into the written or spoken word. When to use it? When it's time to speak clearly and straight from the heart. When you want to get weird, ask cavensite to make you a conduit for messages mysterious and eternal. Expand your consciousness. And underneath the deck is tourmaline quartz, which looks like this. And it says what it is. With both the negativity fighting power of black tourmaline and the amplifying clarity of clear quartz, Tourmaline quartz, exactly what it sounds like, might just be the best stone to bring along in that often discussed desert island scenario. Who needs it? Anyone in need of a psycho-spiritual scrub. Where to put it? Wherever you intend to shine your brightest, just like the sun shining on this Queen of Pentacles. When to use it? When it is time to shed a light on the vices, victims, and vampires in your life. Oh, this is that judgment coming through, what I picked up earlier when just looking at your tarot cards. Be careful of judging somebody who they just like to be a distraction. But yeah, it says once you have a clear view of their whereabouts, it's that much easier to kick them back into the gutter where they belong. And then it says restore your perfect light, just like the sun shining on this queen. All right, in pile 5, let's see who your ascendant master could be in the form of a god, goddess, or deity. Okay, we have here Amaterasu, no more hiding. And underneath the deck, Mother Mary, emotional healing. No more hiding. This sounds a lot like the visual of the sun shining on your Queen of Pentacles. So I'll read this out of the book. And it says you're an introspective soul with a deep and multi-layered inner life. You need time to process and reflect on life's events. Private space is vital for your well-being. It can feel safe and familiar to keep yourself closeted away. But Amaterasu, I think, is asking you to share more of your beautiful light and wisdom. Again, about sharing your light. With the sun over here, I think another one said, restore your perfect light right here with tourmaline quartz. But it says, you have a special energy that needs to be seen, so don't hide it. What do you fear might happen if you reveal your true spirit? Does it feel as if your energy may be somehow damaged or destroyed if it's brought out into the open? Or perhaps that you'll be hurt, judged, or misunderstood? Even if this has happened before, Amaterasu, I think, wants to restore your trust. She understands your fears about coming out of the dark cave and offers you her hand. Come out shining one, she says. Remove your cloak so we can receive your inner light. You can be an important guide for others. It's safe and trustworthy out here, and you will be met with love, respect, and gratitude for sharing what is inside your heart. And the additional meaning says, share your feelings openly with someone. You will soon gain wider or public recognition for your work. Don't center yourself to win others' approval. Interesting. And the invocation for this card says, I reveal what is in my heart, and it's received with love. But get ready, you guys, for some sort of attention or light to shine on you for sure, because that was really, really sticking out with this Queen of Pentacles card over here. And we also have, what does it say, fortune and fame with this Poel card over here with the angel over here. And this Sealia, I believe, card, it says lift up those who are fallen and humiliated. So something is trying to lift you guys up for sure. And maybe even put you on a different pedestal or put you on a platform, something to that effect, especially with that restore your perfect light right here as well. Get your mind right, expand your consciousness. So you guys just get ready for that for sure. But pile 5, this is all that I'm saying for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and amazing spirit for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. And until next time, stay safe, healthy, blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, you guys.